Hi guys, welcome to another video. Let's get started. In this video, we have a lot to talk about. Okay, we have a lot of things to talk about. Let's get started. Let me think. If you've been watching my videos, probably you must be a little bit confused by this video because I'm using Ubuntu, okay, which is a Linux distribution. But things is going to be clear in a few moments, okay? In this video, I'm going to talk about scalability, okay? Let's just this text editor to talk about scalability, okay? So today we're going to talk about this awesome thing that allow us to create awesome projects, okay? So what is scalability? Scalability basically means the ability to increase things or increase resources, okay? So if you've been watching my videos, if you came to here, okay, you've been using C#, which is an awesome programming language, plus a type of project which is Windows Forms, okay, which is a kind of application which is made for desktop, or we can also call that as desktop applications, okay? So this is a kind of application that you can create, okay? That's all good, but let's talk about a little bit about big projects, okay? It might seem a little bit confusing, but I'm gonna explain exactly what is scalability means, okay, and why you should use that to increase our project. So this is our project until now. It is a Windows Form application. This is going to continue, okay. We are going to create desktop application at a user level. But I think we should use more tools, okay? More tools in order to achieve a better product or a better project, okay? So let's talk about a little bit. So we've been creating a project which is called Jarvis, okay? Which inspired in Iron Man's virtual assistant, okay? That is so good. That is easy to understand. So what is Jarvis? So let's break it through. Okay, let's talk about what is Jarvis exactly. So Jarvis is what is Jarvis? Jarvis is basically an operating system. Okay, operating system. So Jarvis is operating system. But we can think as Jarvis, we can think in Jarvis as a server, okay? So Jarvis is a server. I'm going to explain exactly what is my understanding from this virtual assistant, which is Jarvis, okay? I'm a big fan of Iron Man, of Tony Stark, okay? I'm a big fan. So basically, I kind of, for years and years, I've been studying a lot of things about artificial intelligence and all that stuff. So I think I a little bit qualified to talk about. Okay, so we're going to talk about. We're going to think actually about Jarvis as a server. Okay, so this server, Tony Stark can use Jarvis from his smartphone, from his suit, okay, so or his armor, okay. Okay, so Jarvis is a server, okay. So basically, sorry guys, there's a lot of noise here because today is a special day in my country, so it's kind of a holiday, so people are playing with fireworks. But don't worry, okay? Don't you should not care about that. Okay, so let's talk about again. Let's go back to the subject, okay? So we're talking about Jarvis, okay, and on the point of view of a system or solution or project, okay. So Jarvis is basically a server, okay. So Tony Stark can use Jarvis for some task via internet. So Tony Stark needs internet in order to talk to Jarvis. Okay, so Jarvis is a high level system. Okay, we're not going to create something like that, but I do think we can create something that is far beyond or what you may have seen on YouTube. Okay, so this is my channel. I've been making videos for almost 2 years by now, okay? And I'm really excited to explore new tools in order to do something that is far beyond the basics or far beyond of what is common on YouTube about this kind of thing, okay? I plan to make a lot of videos about a lot of things, and keep in mind that we are going to use several tools that I think they are the best to do something like this, okay? So we use C# plus Windows Forms, and as an operating system, we've been using Windows, okay? There's no problem with using Windows. On the first place, but big things need something more, okay? So you should probably need a Linux distribution in order to make some some of the things that I'm going to show you. But I'm gonna try to make the things that I'm going to do on Windows, okay? So don't worry about that right now, okay? So we've been using C# plus Windows Forms, and this is a standalone application, okay? So what is a standalone application in the first place? So standalone applications are applications that run from the resources of itself, okay? This kind of application uses all the resources, okay? Use all the resource that we have on the computer, okay? That is okay. We don't need to worry about that by now. So this kind of program has a problem with them, which are we can't scale them, we can't make or increase things like speed, accuracy, and all that stuff that is good in order to make a better project, okay? So standalone applications, which are desktop applications, depends on the hardware, okay? So you cannot scale your project beyond your hardware capabilities, okay? So that is a problem, and we're going to think about it a little bit on how to solve that, okay? So, and this is when it comes to scalability, what is the solution, which is the right solution to this problem, okay? So I'm going to create a new file, and I'm going to increase the font because I want you to see this, okay? Let's put it 20, okay? That's okay. So what is scalability? Scalability means increase something, okay? Think about it. Imagine that you have a website, okay? Imagine that you have a website, and this website is able to handle 10 requests per minute, okay? Your website is able to handle 10 requests per minute. So if you want to, I don't know, if your access have been increased a little bit, so things is going to be get a little bit slowly. Okay, there is a problem. We don't want that. So what you need to do is to scale. Okay, we need to scale or use scalability to increase our capabilities. Okay, so there are two types of scalability. Okay, the vertical and the horizontal. Horizontal. I think is that. Maybe I'm wrong. Okay. So there's the vertical and the horizontal scalability. Okay. So the vertical is very easy to understand. It is the fast approach to this kind of problem. Okay. So vertical scalability is basically means upgrade the hardware. Okay. So just upgrade the hardware and you're done. Okay. Just upgrade the hardware and that's just that. Horizontal scalability, on the other hand, is very complicated. I mean, okay, well, let's break it through, okay? Horizontal scalability, it is very powerful in order, when it comes to all the things that you can do, okay? Horizontal scalability means we can upgrade the hardware, we can change the hardware, okay? Upgrade the hardware. And also we can add multiple machines. Okay. So that is the gotcha right here. Huh? This is the gotcha of horizontal scalability because we can add multiple machines. So basically vertical scalability is going to give you speed if your project doesn't change. Okay, I'm gonna run the same project, but I'm going to run on a different hardware, on a hardware that is faster. Okay, so this is vertical scalability. I think that's already explained. Okay, so horizontal scalability, on the other hand, we can increase the hardware. Okay. And also we can add multiple machines. So we can scale several times. Okay, we can make a project more robust, more bigger several times, as much times as we want. Okay. So let's talk about a little bit on how we can do that. Okay. So a project. Let's talk about a little bit about. I don't know. So let me think a little bit. Okay. So we want to create something like Jarvis. Okay. I think this is a good type of project because it requires you to know about a lot of things. Okay. You need to know about speech recognition, speech synthesis, tasks and artificial intelligence and all that stuff that is pretty cool. Okay, so the thing which is closer to Jarvis nowadays, I think is Apple's Siri. Okay, and Amazon's Alexa, I guess. I don't know for sure. I think it's Apple's Siri, Amazon's Alexa, and Microsoft's Cortana. Okay, I think this is the more the things are closer to the kind of project that I want to create now. Okay, I want to create this project with you guys. So I mean, I want to show you how we can make such a project. Okay, I wanted to show you how it's gonna work, what you need, and that stuff. Okay, so what these kind of things have? They have massive power machine or computer and power, I guess is the word definition. Computer power. They have massive computer power, massive database, okay, massive databases, and they use machine learning, okay, machine learning for AI, okay. So this is what they use for create this kind of things. They use massive computer power, massive databases, and machine learning for AI. Okay, machine learning for AI, they usually use deep learning. Okay, for this kind of stuff. Unfortunately, I can't use machine learning for the entire project because my hardware doesn't allow me to do that. Okay, so unfortunately, we need to forget about this a little bit, and hopefully one day I can implement the machine learning ideas that I want to implement on this project, okay? But on the other hand, I can show you how we can create something that is very awesome, okay? So they require massive computer power, massive databases, machine learning for AI. And they run, in the case of Cortana run on Windows 10, okay? Windows 10 devices. Siri, I think, runs on iPhone and iPads, I guess. I'm not sure. iPads and and iWatch. I think iWatch now supports Cortana, okay? Or Siri, okay? So what these devices have in common? They are devices that don't use the computer processing power that is required to run the project, okay? So that is very important to notice. These devices doesn't have terabytes or most terabytes of databases that are required to run, okay? So this basically what this device does. So we have Siri on iPhone, okay? What Siri is gonna do? Siri is going to record your voice by some AVD algorithm, okay? So basically it's capture the audio, okay, by AVD, which stands for automatic voice detection, okay? So the Siri is going to capture the audio for your voice and is going to send this for a server, okay? So let's think about basically what Siri is going to do. So I'm gonna try to write a little bit of pseudo code right now, okay? So we have the audio. We post this on the server, okay? So the audio is going to be post on the server, okay? So the server will received, and after that is going to recognize. After that is going to is going to be processed by some natural language processing framework or something like that, and after that is going to return some data structure, like something like JSON, okay? So Siri can return something like uterancy. How are you? Response. Okay. So this is a simple JSON file, okay? So we have the audio. We send this to a server. The server receives this file, okay, via post or via some method to send the file. This file is recognized, okay? Is recognized. This is going to be being kind of I don't know how to say that, but they are going to apply some natural language NLP, natural language processing stuff, okay, and that's going to return a response, and this is going to be sent to the client or to your iPhone again. So this happens in a fraction of a second. Okay, it's very fast because they have almost all the processing power that is needed to do such a thing. Okay, so this is basically what Apple does, and Apple and Microsoft and Amazon Alexa does to achieve this technology. But it's not only that. Okay, in case of Cortana is a little bit different, because in case of Cortana uses I think an account. So if you are on Windows 10, I think Windows 10 Mobile is dead by now, but probably they use Cortana for kind of, I don't know, probably identify the users by the voice or by some I don't know, probably login stuff. It's kind of weird because they probably know you by your voice. Okay, so yeah, that's very weird. Probably Google knows you by your voice, so probably Google can know sorry, I'm kind of lost right now. So let's talk about a little bit of projects. What you can do. So we need to create a server. Okay, in order to achieve such a thing, we need to create a server, and we need to create clients. Clients. Let's talk about languages. Okay, let's talk about languages. In what language we can create a server? Okay, so there are a lot of languages that you can write a server. Okay, there are C#. You can certainly write a server in C#. I think the more common right now is Python, and there are a lot of reasons for that. Okay, so we can write your own server in languages such as C#, Python, Java. Okay, most people, C# is not going to be an option. Okay, because usually it runs only on Windows, and probably there's not a lot of documentation or libraries for that kind of stuff. You can try to do with C# pure, but that's not a good idea. Okay, so probably people are gonna use Python or Java for that job to write a server. Okay, I think Python is the best option in my case, so I'm gonna try to implement something Python. Is not that difficult, but there is another factor, another thing that should think about it, which is the operating system. Okay, the OS. So both languages run on Windows. Okay, so Python and Java run on Windows and Linux and Mac OS 10. Okay, but there are something else I should tell you. Okay, these things are probably want to do that in Windows. Okay, it's not that probably a server needs low memory usage, because we want to make things that are fast. Okay, we want this to be secure, and also we want to have a lot of resources. Okay, and we want to be able to make some changes very quickly. Okay, so my recommendation for you is to use Ubuntu for server. Okay, just for just probably you can have. I don't have a work computer now, but if you have a work computer, so probably I don't know, maybe you have a 10 years old computer that you don't use anymore. So just install Ubuntu and create a server to run your project. Okay, you won't regret that. That is a good way. It's a good way to use a work computer. Okay, so probably we're going to use Python plus Ubuntu for create a server. Okay, so let's talk about a little bit about Python. There are two versions of Python, Python 2 and Python 3. Okay, again, Python 2, and Python. Yeah, that's a kind of complicated word or number for me to say. Three. Okay, I don't know how to say that word. That is totally a mess. Okay, but let's move on. So we're going to use Python plus Ubuntu. Okay, for create a server. Let's copy this. Let's just cut. Let's cut. Okay, we're going to use Python. We're going to use Python 3 because it's the newest version of Python, and Python 2 is going to be dead by 2020. Okay, so in clients, okay, that's a good way to see the things that we can use. Okay, clients are going to be where we're going to run our interface with the project or program application, whatever. Okay, so we can write a client in Python, C#, Java. Okay, so apparently this project is multi-platform. That is awesome. Okay, what you can do, there are several things that you can do. Okay, there are a lot of things that you can do. Because I don't have two computers to test this, I'm going to use. Let me think a little bit because I have trouble to think right now. Okay, because I've been recording this series or this playlist only with C#, I'm going to continue to make the project in C#. Okay, but with a little bit of changes because we're going to write a server on Python. Okay, I'm going to do that on Windows, so you can you're gonna watch me doing the project. Okay, so that is a good way to see the things. Okay, I think I've been talking a lot. Okay, I've been talking a lot about this. I'm very excited because the last week, to be honest, I've been thinking a lot about this. This is the coolest thing that I've been thinking lately. Okay, so we can write a Python 3. Let me think again. I'm kind of lost in my thoughts. Okay, so you don't need Ubuntu per se to follow this tutorial, but I strongly recommend that you use Ubuntu because there are a lot of features that you can use. Okay, if you already use Ubuntu as your first or primary operating system, that is awesome. You can follow this tutorial and you can set up another computer or a web server to follow this tutorial. Okay, I'm not going to talk about so much about optimization and other things that you can do to improve speed, accuracy. Okay, but we are going to change the entire project. Okay, we need to have a think. What are you doing? Okay, so we're doing a virtual assistant. We want it to make things to us that are interesting and are relevant. Okay, so that was the video, guys. I think 30 minutes is a long video to upload, so I don't want to upload a video longer than that. So see you later.